So I am currently, when filming this video, just under, literally like a day under, 1 month out from my second Hyrox. So I'm doing another Hyrox Solo, and training at the moment is by far the hardest it has ever been. Like, this week of training coming up is the most running in terms of mileage that I've ever done in my life, even more than when I was doing my half marathon. So I just wanted to sit down and just give you an overview really of like how my week of training is split up. At the moment, with regards to how often I'm training, I am training 6 times a week, and I have like 3 double training days, which is a lot, but I just wanted to speak a little bit about this. So when I started training, like when I was in like my bodybuilding prep, I was training 4 times a week. That was enough. But with Hyrox, it is predominantly a running race, but also your body's ability to be able to perform well whilst lactate is building up. So compromised running, aerobic running and speed running all needs to be worked on. As well as that, strength building to be able to kind of move the sleds well, and also kind of general muscular endurance work for things like wall balls, for example, because there's 100 reps of wall balls at the end. Building up efficiency under fatigue for things like burpees and like my grip strength and farmer's carries, like all these sorts of things. So splitting my sessions up some days works really well. Right now, the main focus is on compromised running. So really bringing on my running whilst under fatigue. So a lot of running incorporated into my sessions after things like sled push and walking lunges. 2 speed sessions to really focus on actually getting quicker. Some aerobic work like today and Sunday, where I'm doing pretty much like zone 2 or very comfortable pace runs to build up my aerobic capacity. By improving your aerobic capacity, it basically means that you're able to run without your heart rate going as high. So when I used to started my running journey in July, if I literally just started running, my heart rate would shoot up to like 160. I had to do so much work on this, and now I can run at a pace where I don't have to stop and walk because my heart rate's going too high. It will feel unnatural, like running so much slower than you can actually run, but I take my easy runs very, very easily, because the whole point is staying aerobic, time on feet, and keeping heart rate low. So it's not about the ego and running as quick as you can. So yeah, I'm really excited with this video. I've never done it before, and hopefully I can edit it so it's not too boring. But I'll film some clips in the gym so you can kind of see what I'm up to in my session 1 today. Obviously my session 2 today, it's just a 45-minute easy run. I will film a few clips on the treadmill and kind of put in the distance and like heart rate and things like that, but that'd be pretty boring. It's just me running 45 minutes, but I will talk to you again later just about how my sessions have gone. That's what I want to do. Just give a little summary of each session this week and kind of how I'm feeling, how I'm finding it, what's going well, what's not going well. I've had a bowl of oats because that's what I have as my first meal and my kind of pre-workout meal. I'll just try and have oats and then some dates and peanut butter, and then I'll go and train and I'll eat when I'm back. I will do a whole separate video about a full day food on a training day as well. But yeah, I hope you're excited for this video, and I'm really excited to take you along. I currently have you balanced on my window, and I am so nervous about, oh, the windscreen wipers on, so nervous about it dropping off. So let's talk you through what I'm about to go and train. So this is a double training day in terms of I've got a run and a weight session, just because this is a strength focused weight session. I just need a few hours to come back to eat, and then I've got a 45-minute easy run, which I'm going to do on the treadmill. I think I never usually do that. I have 2 easy runs a week where the focus is on keeping my heart rate low, so like around 140 beats per minute. Some runs feel amazing and my heart rate doesn't really shoot up at all, and other times my heart rate shoots up very quickly. It's not about the speed. I have my speed sessions, I have my compromised run sessions, my interval sessions that are helping me get quicker. These runs aren't for that. It's about time on my feet. My aerobic running has got so much better. Like, I used to have to walk every like 5 minutes, because when I started running, even at like a 7-minute pace, like my heart rate would just shoot up. Now I can sometimes run for an hour and not have to stop at all. Other times I do. It's still a little bit up and down, but it has improved a lot. So today's easy run is 45 minutes, but I just think I'm going to do it on the treadmill because I really want to go to the sauna and steam room after, and it's all in one place, and like I can just run, go sauna, steam room, and then pick Vinny up from Donny daycare. He goes there once a week. He absolutely loves it. But I just, yeah, I don't know. I'm still in 2 minds, because I always do my speed sessions on the treadmill. So I've got my speed session tomorrow, which will be on the treadmill, but it's just easier for setting the paces, and also on Saturday. So I'm in an orange. I don't get many chances to run outside. We'll see. I have a little thing. I've still got a few hours to decide. But today's session is a lot of strength work. So I think it always surprises people, especially with training for like Hyrox, that such a big focus of training is strength. It's not the steered and the row and the farmer's carries just directly. It's working on areas that contribute to improvement in those movements. So yes, I still do a lot of the actual stations, especially in kind of my Hyrox focus session on a Wednesday, but a lot of my work is strength work to make moving the sled easier, and the sled pull and the wall balls, because that all comes from strength and muscular endurance. So I've got bot squats where I'm doing low reps and just focusing on really exploding. It's a very small range of movement, so I can load the weight up and explode up. I've got chest press and push press in an EMOM to really just focus on high reps and muscular endurance. I have heavy sled pull, because that was a weaker area in my first Hyrox, so we're working on that. I've got some bent over rows and chin-ups for the back, and then I've got a Metcon finisher, so 5 sets of 300 metre ski at 208 to 210 pace into 16 dumbbell alternate snatches and 12 wall balls, no rest, just 5 rounds. So as you can see, like, the basis of my training today is all strength base, but then at the end I have that finisher to get my heart rate up and work on that more Hyrox specific situations. Heart rate is 165, just started to drop. Oh my god, that was hard. That was hard. Going to the gym now to do my 45-minute easy run. I was so I'm in an RN and it just started pouring down rain, so I was like, perfect, I'm gonna do it on the treadmill and then go to the sauna. I'm going to the sauna at least 3 times at the moment a week, just because I feel like it's helped my recovery so much. I honestly found that finisher, that 5-round no rest finisher, so hard. I looked at it and I thought it was going to be hard, but I found it harder than I thought I would. But that's true, because of the sessions that challenge me, that's how I push my fitness, that's how I improve. So yeah, it was a good session. I've had a few hours now to get some food in, to do some work, and I'm going to do my 45-minute run and then go and pick Vinny up, have a nice chill tonight, and then we'll take you through my session tomorrow. So it's day 2 of training for the new week. It feels weird that I'm just picking you up before I train, but I do want this video to just be a full week of training. Like, I will do other videos about, like, spend the day with me and like full days of food, but I'm conscious that I spoke so much yesterday, so I'm going to try not do that for every training session, because this will end up just being such a long video. Today's session is always the session that I dread. It is my threshold session. I have one every Thursday, and recently I've had one added in to Saturday as well. So I've got a 2K run into 6 sets. This is by far the hardest it's ever been. 800 metres at a 4:15 to 4:20 pace, 400 metres at a slow jog, so around like a 6:40, and then that's just continuous. Normally my threshold sessions will be like, and this is what it is for Saturday, between 6 to 8 minutes running at like a 4:33 pace, and then a minute and a half rest. So this is the first time it's continuous, so I'm very nervous about that. And then heavy goblet squats after, just as many reps as possible in 2 minutes. So just getting my legs used to working under fatigue. So yeah, this session's going to be pretty boring to film. I won't film much of it. I'll just add a clip of me on the treadmill, kind of running at the 4:15 to 4:20 pace and then the slower pace. And I just wanted to quickly talk about this. I said I'm not going to talk a lot, but I just wanted to talk about this. Whenever you see people online, or maybe you have like an app like Runner and it says easy run, this is meant to be easy. So for me yesterday, it was meant to be an easy 45-minute run. So EDO to one side, focus was on heart rate yesterday. So my heart rate I wanted to keep around 140 beats per minute. So I found a speed, done that, and I just stuck to it. Yes, I tried to run quicker. I felt like I tried to run quicker, but I didn't, because I wanted to stay in that zone too. And as you can see, I did the clipping yesterday, obviously with the stats. I was below 140 on average the whole run. So that was a completely aerobic run, which is so good for building aerobic capacity, time on feet, and endurance. So I was really happy with that, because that is the longest I've ever run on the treadmill. And I know that might not sound like to a lot of people, but for me, it's like the mental discipline of running on the treadmill I find really hard. I find it really boring. Looking at the clock and seeing I've still got like 43 minutes to go. Humbling. But I felt so good after, and I went to the sauna and steam room for recovery. And instead I've just got this session and obviously the wall balls and the goblet squats. That's it. It's no double training session today or tomorrow. And it's a rest day, and then training again Friday. So I'll keep taking you along with me. But yeah, very nervous for this. Just this is the quickest pace that I have ever run. So yeah. Oh, God.
Is this what you want now? Feels like you're looking for something better.
So it's now Wednesday at 9:20 in the morning, and I realised I didn't come on and speak about yesterday's run session, which I'm so happy with how it went. So I haven't held like a 4:15 to 4:20 pace for that long ever, I don't think, in terms of continuous work. So I was very nervous about it, but I was so happy with how it went. I held a 4:17 pace for all 6 800 metres, and then stuck to like a 6:30, 6:40 pace for like the recovery run. And it was so nice seeing like my heart rate go up and down on my chart as well, on my dog. That was the whole point of this session, to get my heart rate really high and then back down and back up, because that is Hyrox. Like, it's going to go up and down. So getting my body kind of used to that. is kind of replicating race day. Now, today's session is changing slightly because I came on my period this morning. Oh, this dog always wants to intrude on my videos. So I came on my period this morning, and I am someone that gets very, very heavy periods. So I went on the pill when I was 14 because of this. I was on the pill pretty much for 10 years. I had like one little break, but it was pretty much 10 years. I came off it in July just because I wanted to have a really regular cycle and just know that my body could get back to that place, which it has, but my periods are just super, super heavy. So I wasn't feeling great last night. I was like, oh, energy just feels really low. I thought it would be for my run. And then this morning I was on a walk with Vinny where I was going for like a 6:15 morning walk. And I just love it because the sun's starting to rise now. It's always been like pitch black for the last few months. But this morning it was literally already bright at 6:15. And we got to watch the whole sunrise at the beach. I was so happy. But my point I'm making is when I was on my walk, I was like, oh, started to get really cramps, came back and I come on. So my first 2 days of my cycle was by far my worst in terms of energy. And tomorrow's a rest day anyway, so I was thinking about moving it around, but I feel right myself. This is what I always say to people on my Instagram as well, like, take each month and kind of each period as it comes. Some months I wouldn't be able to train today, and then there's others like today where we're just going to adapt slightly. So today's session was meant to be like a 2K easy buy-in run, and then my session, then 2K run at the end. But what I think I'm going to do my session at around 10:30, and then just go for a 4K run later this afternoon, because I just think that'll be better for kind of energy distribution. Like when I'm on my period, I just feel like I fatigued a lot quicker. So kind of splitting that up, like I said, normally I wouldn't do that because the 2K buy-in run kind of warms me up more for that the session, and then 2K run at the end is kind of running on more fatigued legs. Adapting slightly is not a bad thing, and I'm still showing up, I'm still getting the boxes ticked. So I think I'm going to do that. So my actual session itself is every 2 minutes. I'm going to be doing 25 to 30 meter heavy sled push. So my rest time is however long it is until the 2 minutes is up. So if it takes me a minute and a half, I get 30 seconds rest. Number 2 is a 90-second run at a 4:20 pace. Now, realistically, I'm not going to probably be hitting 4:20 paces today with how I'm feeling. So I'm going to aim for like 4:35. We'll see how we get on. But I'm still just going to work at kind of the same RPE. So I go by RPE a lot as well. So RPE should be kind of 8.5. So if I can hit 4:20 and be at an 8.5, then I will do that. My rest time will obviously be 30 seconds because it's a 90 seconds run. 20 sandbag lunge steps into 6 burpee wall jumps. That's getting me basically used to kind of working under fatigue, which was something that I needed to improve on. And rest time will just be however long it is until that 2 minutes is up, and then a 90-second run again. And I repeat that 5 times. That is my session. It's a Hyrox conditioning session. That is always what a Wednesday session is. It changes every week, but the focus is on like compromised running, Hyrox specific movement. Out for my 4K run, I brought you on 0.5 so you can actually see me. Just to try and enjoy it, even though I'm not bothered. It's actually a really nice evening. And my session earlier wasn't as good as it should have been. It's always a hard session on a Wednesday because it mimics Hyrox conditions. So it's always like run station in Hyrox. So there's a lot of compromised running. And it was more so just like mental discipline required, because it was obviously run station. That was one round, and then doing that 5 times. I did enjoy it. I do enjoy the Hyrox condition ones because I always feel really good after. But yeah, good day of training. It is now Thursday, just picking up very quickly because nothing happens on a Thursday apart from 2 dog walks, sauna and steam room. I take my rest day very seriously and do very minimal movement, just focusing on recovery. I did some stretching this morning. I'll do some stretching this evening as well. Surprisingly, I had a screenshot. My recovery is 91%. I'm day 2 of my period and I've trained hard the last few days and I'm recovering really well, and this really shows the importance of sleep, hydration, what you're doing outside of your training sessions with how you're fueling your body. It is now Friday and I feel like this week is flying by but also going really slow at the same time. I'm not in a good mood today. I'm day 3 of my period. I just don't know what's going on. I feel really hormonal. I never ever feel hormonal on my period. I feel like just since coming off the pill, my hormones are just taking a while to regulate. I was speaking to my friend Mel about it. I was like, I just feel empty. Don't feel angry. I don't feel emotional. I just feel a bit like, oh, don't really have any emotion right now. So this session, I'm not the most looking forward to it. It's actually my least favourite session of the week. I just struggle to get into this session, but I know it's really important in terms of strength building. This is the closest session to like how I used to train in terms of like a bodybuilding split. Feeling good though, recovery was good yesterday. I'm still in green, so I'm really, really happy with that. I had a really nice rest day, got a really nice chilled weekend planned as well. So yeah, I think I'll feel better after this session. I've just woke up and I just like don't feel great, but And I once don't get those endorphins flying, I will feel good. And I also just find it really hard to leave Vinny. Like, he's absolutely fine on his own, and he loves his tray. Like, if I say in your bed, he literally pelts it in there. But I just love him so much, and I just find it really hard to leave him. But yeah, not every session is going to feel best, not every session is going to feel motivated. Today's just one of those days, but I'm almost certain that when I finish the session, I'll be feeling and sounding like a very different person.
Ceiling fan blowing cold breeze on your body. I can't tell you really what it is, but you got it. Makeup in the morning, you got dresses in your closet, but you grab them tight, you in love with being modest. You a move body giving interviews, I'm just saying I'm amused, but you ain't even flexing. And you cool, tatted up, cover wounds, different vibe, you know ain't proof, but you ain't even flexing. And you ain't gotta try too hard. Number one fan, your side, you applaud. Got me think about it side the most. Words cut deep, it's like a sword.
I just have a completely different mindset today. I feel so much better. I didn't actually put my camera back up yesterday after yesterday's session. I felt so much better after I trained, but I just felt like I wanted a day, well, just like afternoon, not really on my phone, not really filming, and now I'm on the other side of my period, and I just feel so much better. So this morning I had a speed session. I didn't actually film because I left my tripod at the gym yesterday, and I was going to a different gym this morning because it opens earlier, so I couldn't film. But it was a 2K warm-up with 6 minutes at a 4:33 pace, 6 times with a minute and 18 seconds rest, which is very precise, and then a 2K cool down run. And now I'm heading to the gym to do my erg focus session. So this is just a little bit of erg work and some core kind of grip strength work as well. I feel like I've done so well in taking you all along with me, especially where this is the first time I've kind of filmed a video like this. I just wasn't sure like how it would go, but I'm really happy that I was editing the clips yesterday with how it's kind of flowing, and I don't feel like it's too boring, and hopefully it's educated you all a lot as well, a little bit more into kind of what Hyrox training entails. So I've got a 4-minute row at a 2:07 to 2:12 pace, doing that 3 times. And then I've got a Metcon circuit, so I'm doing 60 seconds on the assault bike, some sit-ups, some pull-ups, some push-ups, just really good quality reps. 3 rounds of that, and then I've got plank into farmer's carries. So this will be a fun session. I'm looking forward to just focusing a little bit more on some core-specific stuff, some erg work, which I really, really enjoy. And then we're nearly at the end of this video, because all I've got tomorrow, I say all I've got, is a 13K run.